Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Jarno and this channel is Easy Finnish. And hey, if you hear some noise from there, my family is there, so. But yeah, this is life of YouTuber. Okay, but hey, I wanna talk about Alexander Stubb, our new president, who was inaugurated last Friday, so a few days ago, and I watched the whole thing almost, and then it was so nice to see our new president and how he talked. And today I wanna talk about how he spoke languages during his when he was inaugurated. So when he talked to diplomats, and then it was something great. And he didn't talk, much, but he talked, and knowing his history and knowing his language skills, he speaks I think 5 or 6 languages. And then he speaks of course Finnish and Swedish and English and French and German and a little bit Italy. And I think he says that he speaks like kitchen Italian language or something like that. How to say it, but like a kitchen Italian. But yeah, he is international, kind of person, always been, and then now he's the head of state, or how to say, our president, and every time when he was our prime minister, and everybody talked about how well he speaks languages and English, and how good he is at with these languages, and some way it's always been like Alexander Stubb and his languages. It's been always interesting to if we talk about Alexander Stubb, we talk about he speaks English very well, and his English is so excellent, and it's more than native level, because all the terms he uses when he speaks, it's brilliant. And then I'm really kind of happy, because I study, and maybe you study languages, and you might think you never learn the languages you kind of study, but if I think Alexander Stubb is 55 years old and speaks kind of 5 languages, and if you are 20 or 30 or 40, even 50, you can learn many languages in a short period. If you start learning now, today, French, for example, or Finnish, in 1 year, in 2 years, when you've been working on that language, you will know something, and you are able to capable of saying some sentences. And today I wanna talk about sentences. So that's the one thing I wanna talk about it. For me, reading is very important when I study languages, and nowadays it's good. I can kind of listening and reading same time when I watch YouTube videos. Like today, I actually studied like almost 3 hours. I listened to French. I watched YouTube videos, but I listened to them, and then I watched some vlogs so there were subtitles, so reading a lot, listening a lot. It was something awesome, and I have done it many times, but that was that when I do it like 2 hours, 3 hours, it's a lot. But I had my time this morning because it's Sunday, so and sometimes I do that. But you know, reading and learning the sentences, sometimes when I watch those videos, I kind of stop and I read and I kind of memorize that sentences, and I try to analyze the grammar, the structure of the sentences, a sentence. So I kind of learning and then kind of acquiring same time. When it's comprehensible, it automatically happening, that kind of, you know, acquisition, and it's awesome. So what comes to Alexander Stubb, yeah, I want to talk about Alexander Stubb and his languages, but I wanna emphasize also the meaning of phrases, meaning of words. So when he speaks, he always uses kind of this kind of triangle thing, like 3 things. He always mentions like, okay, there are kind of 3 things to talk about it, and then I could now say that, you know, the language learning, there are 3 things to think about it, or 3 very important things to know. It's learning, it's acquisition, it's phrases, for example, or something like that. And I think, you know, analyzing and what I have observed when Alexander Stubb speaks, I think he has kind of studied and learned those phrases he uses, because I think he uses same kind of there are similarities when he speaks French and English and German and Finnish and Swedish. There are kind of similar structures, and I think he has studied these sentences very well, and he has kind of memorized those sentences. But in time, when he says, okay, 3 things, so they kind of, those 3 sentences or three things comes naturally. But I think when you preparing yourself to speak in front of the audience, you must kind of memorize those and emphasize certain things. So I think he does that. So and then second thing I want to talk about it is pronunciation. So first phrases, like what Alexander Stubb does, I think he does that. He kind of memorize, and then those what he remember comes kind of, you know, it's automatic process when he says 3 things. I need to talk about it. And then pronunciation. When you speak like he does 5 languages, I think when he speaks, he has to practice pronunciation, because those things not come automatically when you speak at the same time kind of 5 languages, like he did on Friday, last Friday. So he spoke 5 languages in 1 minute, like it yeah. So you have to kind of know how to pronounce words, and how to practice those kind of pronunciation. Of course, it's reading, listening, and speaking aloud those words. So when you are there and you practice, you must kind of emphasize, okay, I will drink milk. Milk. It's not milk, it's milk. You kind of need to practice those, you know, the words. And pronunciation, how to improve your pronunciation, learning IPA, International Phonetic Alphabets, learning those things. So when you take your dictionary, you have here these kind of you know, focusing it now. But you have this IPA, the phonetics, how to pronounce, and you when you learn this alphabet, it's easy to pronounce all words in every languages, because when you know how to use and you understand this IPA thing, you will know how to say things, how to pronounce. So what comes to pronunciation, one thing is to learn international phonetic alphabets, yeah. And as a learner, we always have some problems to pronounce and say things like fluently, but it's normal, and it's good to know that. And mistakes, of course, we make mistakes. And then third thing I want to talk about it, Alexander Stubb. Third thing is speaking, but how Alexander Stubb speaks. He emphasizes I feel that he emphasized all words in phrases, and I feel that it's very, very good. He has his kind of phrases, and then the pronunciation is clear, fluent, and then what comes to speaking, he emphasizes words, certain words, and the words he maybe feels that these words are important to emphasize and say clearly. So when he has kind of phrases, what he says, and these three things he wants to say, so when he starts speaking, he must kind of be prepared and think kind of a little bit in advance, like, okay, I will say this and that, and of course many times they have a paper in their hands, like when you are when you have your speech going on, but of course it's not kind of normal, but when you watch, for example, Alexander Stubb interviews, you see that it's always very clear and it's very natural, but he emphasizes certain things when he speaks, and I think in a way we haven't seen the natural thing, because of course it's not natural. Like, this situation is not very natural. I think the natural thing is when you are with your friends or family and you speak, and of course, as Alexander Stubb speaks Swedish at home, because he is Finnish Swedish, so he speaks Swedish at home, and then English with his wife, and wife speaks English at home, so it's quite mixed there, and his wife speaks also maybe 5 languages, same languages than Alexander Stubb, so it's interesting also. I think Susan speaks also, yeah, Finnish, Swedish, yeah, he has really learned them, it's awesome, and English and French and German, and maybe some other languages, but I think those are 5 languages, and he has really learned Finnish quite well. She speaks quite well. It's awesome to see that. But Alexander Stubb and those 3 things I wanted to talk about. When you kind of prepare yourself to speak in front of the audience, kind of in front of camera, or and it differs from normal daily speech with your friends or family, but I think what if there's these phrases, remember and memorizing phrases and 3 things what he wants to emphasize, And then pronunciation, you know, all words need to be pronounced very well to be clear. And then speaking, how to speak in front of the audience. Yeah. Okay, but hopefully you are here still, and hopefully you know something about Alexander Stubb's languages and strategies. This is just, you know, this is my kind of hypothesis of his kind of learning and studying things. And I think when you are 55 years old and you have traveling all over the world, lived in all over the world, things start coming naturally. But I think it has taken a lot, you know, the time to actually get that level, and yeah, and it requires a lot studying. Yeah, but okay, subscribe, like, comment. What do you think about this video? Yeah, it's a bit long, but yeah, but hopefully it helped. Okay, my name is Jarno and this channel is Easy Finnish, and take care. Cheers.